I wonder where they are now. Sort of a red velvet couch, and they're playing mahjong. Probably a Wednesday evening. I think Mom had been diagnosed as having cancer at this point, probably mid-67. And here we are in New Haven, Connecticut. Jeff Marcus and his mom Beatrice, B. and Stanley. Stan, a commander in the Navy and then became Naval Research. There's Florence Frank, looking very lovely in her hat. Something looks like it's in front of the lens there, but I don't think it's here. Jeff looking very young. He was going to Yale undergrad. I remember that hat that my mom had, yeah. Beatrice Perry Marcus, Florence Messing Frank, and Jeffrey Marcus. I guess Artie Frank is taking these movies. There's Stan, Yale New Haven Tower, Whaley Avenue. That must have been Stan's car. He probably drove up from Washington or Virginia to visit with Jeff and gave my mom a call, say hello. They must have heard she was sick, so they wanted to establish contact. Now we're back in Waterbury, Connecticut again. There's Florence and Beatrice being blinded by the lights, I guess. Stan putting slides in. There's Aunt Marion looking very lovely in a pink dress. Let's see if this is moving along okay here. Tape looks like it's moving. Not sure how much tape room we have left on the tape. Mom trying to cajole Beatrice into looking at the camera. I think she put her sunglasses on to protect her eyes a little bit. She might have been sensitive to the light. Not a well lady. She had been sick, I think, several times before this. And this was a piece of a wedding that Jimmy was taking. I don't really know where that was, but I sent it to Jimmy. And here's Sherry Lynn in Waterbury, Connecticut at the end of this reel. 1967, I think this was. At Grammy's house on Moran Street. Was it 305 Moran or 205 Moran Street? Up on the top of Cook Street, make a right, and there's Moran Street. Sherry's got the beat. Go to it, Sherry. Go, go, go. Yeah, Sherry Lynn. Michael, we saw her a couple weeks ago in Waterbury. She joined us late after work at Aunt Marion's house. Then we went to New Haven and we had clams. Went over to Jeff Geisinger's house. And there she's dancing. I think this is a year later. Maybe not. This is at Marion's. Was that the same dress she was wearing a minute ago? I guess... Jimmy, you might have been taking these movies. What am I talking about? Why else would Sherry Lynn be in there if not Jimmy taking the movies? And Marion. Now watch Marion swing. This is going to be a surprise to everybody, as it was to me when I saw these. Marion's got rhythm. She's got a beat. She's got it. 21 years ago, it's 1990 now as I narrate these movies. August 12th, 1990. It's a Sunday evening. Finishing out this videotape. And Marion's got it. She's going with it. Yes, ma'am. Get him, Aunt Marion. The young lady, Sherry Lynn, probably what, 7 or 8 years old? Let's see, 1969. She was born the same year as Karen, I think, right? 62. So she would have been 7, 6 or 7. And you guys, you girls are rocking. You're rocking and rolling. Get it, ladies. Kicking up a storm there. Marion has a lot of that furniture in her place now. 160 Cook Street is no longer the elegant building it used to be. Little garden on the side. Marion's exhausted. Look at the underpants hanging out. Little rip on the side. Good girls, you did a good job. Yeah, take a rest. You deserve it. Give Marion a big kiss. No, Sherry doesn't want to. Okay, here's a little kiss. Marion rearranged that room. That used to be the spot where Charlie Frank used to sit and watch TV in that corner. That was his corner. Used to love wrestling, Mark. Maybe that's where Mark gets his love of wrestling. In the news. There's another piece of this wedding that Jimmy was shooting. I think it was John Constance's wedding. And this is Sherry a couple years before. She might have been 5 here. Grampy Frank sent me these bits and pieces of tape that I spliced together that he found in a box somewhere. And that's it. Okay, guys. No, that's not it. There's Sherry with Grampy Frank in the background. Probably 1960.